The Gold Lineage, Episode 2, A Strange Glow. Zuri gold fell from the sky, in Rose reborn. Wings of obsidian and fire caught her in mid-air, turning her into a viral legend overnight. But when her mother came knocking with secrets, and a stranger appeared in her mirror promising protection, Zuri ran. Not toward fate, but into the arms of someone who could remind her she was still flesh and fire. To hear what happened inside Jay's penthouse, find the full uncensored scene on patreon.com/ZuriAfterDark. Zuri woke to the hum of silence and breath. Morning slanted through floor-to-ceiling windows, casting pale gold across the dark leather couch where she still lay, bare, tangled in limbs, and the warmth of a man who hadn't asked for explanations. Jay's arm was heavy across her waist. His body, solid and familiar, radiated calm, a different kind of sanctuary. Last night had started with shaking hands and ended with moaned promises against glass, and for a while it worked. She'd let herself be unmade. She'd needed it. But now, reality was already clawing its way back. Her shoulder blades still tingled, echoes of wings pressed against skin. A shimmer danced just under the surface of her back, threatening to bloom again. Zuri slid from beneath Jay's arm, careful not to wake him. She found her robe and padded barefoot to the massive window, staring out at the city like it could offer answers. It didn't. Her phone buzzed. Then again. The feed hadn't stopped. DMs, mentions, news alerts. She scrolled through headlines like knives. Is Zuri Gold a celestial being? Drone death dive or divine flight? #ZuriCanFly tops 2 billion views. She dropped the phone on the counter and exhaled through her teeth. Even here, wrapped in stillness and sweat, and the ghost of a safe night, she couldn't outrun it. By mid-morning, she was back in her own penthouse. The gold filigree across her collarbone had dimmed, but not disappeared. Her tea sat untouched on the marble table. The whole apartment felt like it was watching her. She turned on the news just long enough to hear her name butchered by a panel of smug, skeptical anchors. She turned it off. When the knock came, it didn't startle her. She opened the door to her mother. Edinike Gold wore indigo-like armor, and her gaze, lined with coal and something ancient, went first to Zuri's face, then her shoulders. "You still haven't told me the whole truth," Zuri said, voice soft. Edinike didn't deny it. "Because I'm waiting for the right moment." Zuri stepped aside. Let her in. No words at first. Just the scent of frankincense trailing from her mother's robes and the hush that always followed her. "I felt the pulse last night," Edinike finally said. "Something in you cracked open. Again." Zuri flinched. "You felt it?" "I did." Zuri crossed her arms. "Is that normal?" Her mother's lips pressed into a line. "For the gold-blooded, it's rare, but possible." Zuri turned away, muttering, "Fantastic. Just what I wanted. Magical orgasms." A pause. Then, softly, her mother said, "You needed grounding. I understand." Zuri's breath caught. That felt like permission. But before she could respond, something flickered in the air. A shimmer, barely visible, like heat rising from pavement. A shape, wet and spectral, drifted across the window before vanishing. Zuri stared. "Did you see that?" Edinike didn't move. "Yes." "What the hell was that?" "An echo. From water magic." Zuri turned, heart pounding. "You said they saw my wings. Does that mean?" "They're watching now. Sea witches leave marks, even when they don't enter." Zuri backed toward the couch. "So they're not just TikTok witches with mood rings?" Edinike didn't smile. "They are very real, and they don't forgive what they consider trespass." Zuri sat down, gripping the cushion. Her wings had only just arrived. Her name had only just become more than brand power, and already this. That night, Zuri stood alone on the rooftop again, not to perform, not to stream, just to breathe. The city buzzed below. Her silk robe clung to her thighs in the wind. She closed her eyes and let the air wrap around her, thick with heat and warning. Behind her eyelids she saw flashes, a garden in the stars, a woman with dreadlocks woven with constellations, a voice that whispered, "You are the return." The gold remembered. Her eyes snapped open. A golden spark shimmered across her fingertips. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She checked it. A new message from Ocean Eyes. "You burn brighter when you surrender. Keep glowing, Golden One." She didn't respond, but something inside her did. A pulse, a flare, and suddenly her wings unfurled, not fully, just enough to light the rooftop in radiant gold. The wind caught them like breath. She gasped. The camera of her phone, still open, captured it. Not live, not posted, just recorded, for her, for later. But she knew she wasn't alone. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for the full scene inside Jay's penthouse, including the moment her wings shimmered under silk. Join us at patreon.com/Zuri After Dark. Next time on The Gold Lineage, a rooftop visitor, a lesson in flight, and a kiss that sparks more than just light.